This is a lesson on how to make interactive complementary angles. First thing you have to do is go down to the graphs page and you hit enter, and this should show up. In the graphs page, we're going to make two vectors. So to get to vectors, you click on menu and number 8, 1, 8, which will give you a vector. The center of your vector should start at the origin. So you go to where the origin is and you click enter. And I'm going to go out, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units, and I'm going to hit enter again. And my first vector shows up. My second vector, I'm going to go back to the origin, and I'm going to hit enter. Then I'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again, and I'm going to hit enter. So there's my two vectors. After I have my two vectors, I will click on escape, and the little vector thing should go away. Now what I want to do now, I want to hide the axes. I don't really need them. To hide the axes, you can do it two ways. You can click on control menu, and control menu, which will do it. And you see hide and show. Well, actually not in there. I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to click on menu. I click on menu, view, which is number 2, and number 5, which is hide axes. The axes go away. So now I have what appears to be a right angle. Next thing I need is an arc. So I click on menu, go down to geometry, which is 8, and 1 again, and I need number 9 for a circle arc. With this circle arc, I'm going to begin here at this point. I'm going to hit enter at this point. I'm going to move up a little bit. Doesn't really matter where. I'm going to say right about here. I'm going to hit enter. And my last point is going to be right at the top of my 90-degree angle. I'm going to hit enter. And my arc should show up. And you hit escape a couple times to get out of that menu. You notice this the point up here disappeared. From here, I'm going to click on menu because I need another vector. So I click menu. I want geometry, 1 and 8 again for a vector. I'm going to start at the origin again. I'm going to click on the origin and hit enter. This time I'm just going to place it on the arc, not on the point on the arc, just on the arc itself, not this point. Here's the arc. I'm going to hit enter, and it should show up. And once it shows up, I need to get rid of this stuff again, so I'm just going to hit escape, and it goes away. Almost done. I want to measure the angles, so I'm going to go to menu again, and geometry. This time I want to measure, and it's an angle. So I went to menu, geometry 8, measurement 3, and angle 4. I'm going to start here at this point. I hit enter, then go to the vertex and hit enter, then back to the edge here at this last point, hit enter. Don't worry about it that it's not read in degrees. We're going to fix that in a moment. And I want to do that same technique again, but for the second half of the angle. So I'm going to go here and hit enter, down to the vertex, hit enter, and up to the top point and hit enter. And it's okay that they're on top of each other. We can move them. I'm going to hit escape to get rid of this up here. So I hit escape. I'm going to hover over top where it says text, and I'm just going to click and hold the middle. And when I do that, the hand closes, and I can move this, I can move things around. So right now I'm just going to place this right here. And the other one I'm just going to move down just a little bit. So from here, you want to click menu. This time I'm going to go to settings. And this is what we need to change because that's why it's showing radians. So I want to click here and get degree. Then I just go to here and click OK. And it's giving me my degrees, which is one thing we want. Now it's just cleaning things up. I'm going to right click on this text and I want to go to attributes. And how it has a 3 here, I want to go to this side and click down to it says 0. Once that happens, hit enter. And you want to do the same thing for this text. So I'm going to right click, go to attributes, where it says 3 again, I'm going to change this to 0, and I hit enter. So when you look right now, 70 plus 20 does give you 90, so it is a 90-degree angle. Now it's just a little bit of cleaning up. Now what we're going to do is just a little bit of cleaning up. So I want to get rid of a couple things. I don't really need this arc, so I'm going to right click on this arc and go to number 4 to hide it. This point I also want to hide, so I right click on that point and I hide it. I don't want this dot showing up, so I'm going to right click on that dot. Also going to hide that. In the center points there's technically 3 there, so I'm going to right click and hide, and the point goes away. And one more here, right click and hide. So all you see right now looks like an angle. And this, I'm going to right click and I'm going to change the attributes on it. To change the attributes, I went down and went to attributes, which is 3, and I'm going to hit to the right a few times because I want a bigger circle, but open. And I hit enter once I get the one I want, which that's the one I like. So I can go over here and I can grab the point and move it back and forth. And if you want to clean it up a little bit, you can make these lines thicker or whatever you like.